It's the Berman Sermon with me, Red Rackham. Back after a relaxing weekend. Yeah! Hope you're all doing well. 2 hours, or an hour and a half to 2 hours, of great music, chat, good vibes coming up. Don't be shy, say hello in the chat room. I'm restreaming to several different platforms, so if you're on Facebook, I can still, see your messages and reply, etc. Yeah, big shouts to everyone for joining me. And yeah, if you are on Facebook, remember that there can be takedowns. So if you want to join me on Twitch, it's much more stable. It's twitch.tv/red_Rackham. Yeah, I mean, by all means watch on Facebook, but yeah, sometimes it gets taken down if I play something that alerts the copyright police. Hope you're all doing great. Happy Monday from me to you. Yeah, let's have some fun. And yeah, I've selected some really nice music for you all. So it's going to be kind of afternoon vibes today. I might get into some house and that later on. But I think, keep it nice and mellow, nice and chilled for a bit. Musical vibes. Big shouts to Jay. Hello, sir. How you doing? Let me know. It's been a while. And please, if you support what I do, give it a share on the old socials, do a little tweet, do a little Instagram story, or just tell your friends. Let's get it going. Always funny when you don't know what speed to put it on at. Yeah, so one deck business, you know the drill. No mixing. We don't need none of that. Let's just listen to some records, have a chat. Yeah, so feel free to communicate with me if you want on Facebook or on Twitter or Twitch. I'm here to answer your questions or to converse with you. Or just, get on with your work and listen to the music. It's the Berman Sermon with me, Red Rackham. I'm looking out the window in Bristol and it's blowing a gale. There's a tree outside in it's not my back garden, but it's in a neighbour's back garden. And wow, it's at quite an acute angle right now. Strange weather, but I tell you what, when it's not that sunny, although my mood can dip a little bit, I also feel like I can do more work because I don't want to go outside all the time. So it can work out quite well sometimes if the weather dips a little bit, for me anyway. But not for too long, please. And yeah, big shouts to James Holroyd on this one. Begin, Lay. Beautiful track. He's actually got a new one out, I think. If you go and check out his Bandcamp, Begin, aka Boggy, James Holroyd, the former Bugged Out DJ. He's the Chemical Brothers Tour DJ now, which is quite a nice gig, I bet. Wow, that sounds scary, Jay. So Jay's in Texas, Austin, and he's saying they've started to open up back here, or open back up here. It took me a second to work out what I thought. Is he talking about the trees, or? Yeah. So, well, we've had, as you know, probably some folk, some very mixed messages from the government today. You can do stuff, but you can't do stuff, and. Reminds me a little bit of when they didn't want to say close all the businesses, they wanted to leave it up to you. Feels like they really want to cover their backs, don't they, by never actually, so political, isn't it? Like, if I don't actually say anything definitive, then you can't say that I was wrong. It's strange. Must be hell being in a relationship with a politician. Can you imagine? It wasn't me, but you're the only person here. No, but it wasn't me,
Un'espressione estasiata.
And shouts to Dimitri, tuned in from San Francisco. Yes, don't worry, I'll be wearing some pants today. Did you watch that one then when I had boxer shorts on? I just thought no one was going to see below my waist, and unfortunately when I went to get a record from the shelf, my friend noticed and said, he's like, edgy, put some shorts on, man. And I think, I remember going to Bergheim with swimming shorts on. That was quite funny. I had these green tight, they weren't that tight, but sort of swimming shorts. And I thought I was being really edgy. Like I didn't wear any pants. They just had that kind of onion bag thing inside, which, as you might know if you've ever had a sexual situation with a pair of swimming shorts on, it can catch you. It can catch you on the wrong spot, and really, it's quite constrictive sometimes, you know. But yeah, funny, eh? I used to go to Bergheim with this T-shirt on. It was "I love mustache," and it was my friend's clothing company. And I used to be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get some attention with this on, you know. So funny, man. I was such a knob. So yeah, Monday. What you thinking, folks? Is it going to be a good week? A bad week? An indifferent week? Can I just say, by the way, for your own sake, if you can obey the lockdown still, I would definitely do it. Because there's been a lot of mingling at the weekend, as you may know. So yeah, I reckon there's definitely been some spreading. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in the future when, you know, how are we going to hug each other again? I don't know. Like a little tradition for the show that my wife Mai always brings me in a tea. Sometimes she doesn't notice for ages, so sometimes it's towards the end of the show, or if she's away posting stuff for her business, then sometimes I don't get a tea at all. But when she brings it early, I always feel it's almost like a bit like, oh, I wish it was a little bit later. That's terrible, isn't it? You're actually like wanting a favour in a different way. But yeah, massive shouts to Mai for the tea and for putting up with out of work DJ, you know, like, come on, we've all lost our sense of usefulness now, haven't we? I mean, what is there for us to do, you know? Live streaming in your pants, you know? Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to play some tunes, and I want to talk a little bit today, but what should I talk about? I mean, it's kind of one of them ones. It's never really stopped me in the past, but sometimes I think, what subjects are there, you know? What have you been doing recently? Oh, I've been staying in every day. You know, I went in my back garden a couple of days ago. That was eventful. I know what I'll tell you about. Yes, I think I've cracked it for exercise. By the way, I think I know what I know what my future is going to be concerning exercise. So hold that thought. Yeah, I'm going to stick another record on. So this is Maxwell House on Peace Rock. I've never heard of Maxwell House, but I tell you what, it's a bloody good record, this. Proper trippy, weirdo, dope smoking shit, you know? I guess from the 90s. Maybe late 90s, early 2000s. Wicked, check this out. Big shouts to Mike Yates, all the way up in Carlisle. Hello, sir. Big shouts to Brilliant Love. It's the Berman Sermon with me, Red Rackham, yeah. Keep it locked to Red Rackham, yeah. Yeah, alright, I've lost it. yeah, I'm broadcasting simultaneously on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to be my solitary Twitter viewer, please go on to Twitter/Red Rackham, because no one watches me, man. I've got like 2,500 followers. You'd think someone would be interested. And yeah, I've started a YouTube channel as well called the Berman Sermon. So today is the first, YouTube live broadcast. I have no followers, so I think the chances of anyone actually seeing it are zero. But I'm hoping that the archive will work, so maybe it'll start archiving them on YouTube after I've done the live stream. I don't know, I hope it works like that anyway. Maybe I have to upload them manually, that'd be a bit pish, wouldn't it? Yeah, so if you want to head over to YouTube and be my solitary... Hey, actually, anyone, you could follow me on YouTube, that'll help if you don't mind. It's YouTube whatever / the Berman Sermon, all one word. Yeah. I'm going to take over. I'll have to remember not to swear as well, because that can affect the YouTube advertising and all that jazz, so yeah. Big shouts to Kyle Martin. Hello, sir. Tuned in from London, I guess. Oh my god, I have one viewer on Twitter. Woo! Shouts to the one Twitter viewer. Let me know who you are, by the way. I'm going to attempt to do a retweet on Twitter and be like, yeah, man, can you be viewer number 2? The problem is, people think you've got one viewer, but actually I've got like 5 million, They're just not on the same platform. I have 3 viewers. Shouts to the Twitter crew. Hello. I just want to point out, Twitter people, that I have way more than 3 viewers. I'm using Restream, so don't judge me. Don't judge me on the figures, Big shouts to Joe B on Twitter. Hello, sir. And big shouts to Jason Hogan's tuned in from Detroit. Jason, aka Brown Study. When are we getting some new music from you, Jason? Come on. You teased about stuff for Sound Signature. Come on, man. When's it happening? Shouts to Jengis. Hello, sir. It was nice to see you in Bristol last year for some Broken Beach shenanigans. Yeah, so it's the Berman Sermon with me, Red Rackham, and I mentioned that I was going to talk a little bit about my new exercise regime. Look at how thin my face is. It's amazing. All it is because I just shaved off this side beard shit, But yeah, so basically, right, I started running about 2 weeks ago, or I tried to run, yeah? There is another track going to play, I think. But yeah, I started running, right? And the park near my house, it's lovely, it's perfect to run in, but it's actually quite hilly, right? So it's got a lot, it's quite up and down, right? So I've not run for ages. I used to be able to run like maybe 5k tops, maybe 7 if I really pushed it. But I only ran when I was feeling absolutely terrible in my life, like when I had a breakup or, you know, this is the thing I've found with exercise. If I feel my life is okay, then I've got no inclination to exercise, which is, maybe that's common, maybe it's stupid, I don't know, but yeah, so basically, I did this running in Nottingham years ago, and it was proper the come down running crew, basically. We would all meet up on Monday or Tuesday after some very hedonistic weekends, and we'd run around the Forest Recreational Ground together. We all had different paces, but, you know, it was nice to be at least in a group, together running and stuff. And I remember doing some running where literally it was like, you know, it was touch and go whether you were going to like come out of it alive. My friend was in the army, Nick Shaw, who was part of the crew around Basement Boogaloo. And he was like, you know, come on, Dunner. He's like from Manchester. He's like, come on, Dunner, I'll take you out training. Come with me. I'll toughen you up, you know, and all that. So I basically had a massive weekend, and went to meet up with him, and we were running. And he was doing this thing, you know, like, right, see that telegraph pole? We're going to run to that telegraph pole. And then he'd run to the telegraph pole and he'd be like, no, the next one. You know, it was all interval training and all this shit, you know. And after about half an hour of hardcore exercise, he was like, I started to feel a bit strange, right? So basically, my lips had turned blue, basically. And Nick was like, Danny, what's wrong with you, Danny? You know, and basically I started to feel like I couldn't. Have you ever had this where I couldn't move my fingers? I couldn't move. And what it was the blood had gone from my extremities to my major organs to keep me alive, because I pushed myself too far. So I couldn't move my fingers because my body had shut down, like basically my motor skills, you know. And I had to fess up to Nick. I was like, yeah. I'm not going to say what it was, but you know, I'd had a little bit of a wild one, you know. So yeah, that was the back in the day kind of vibe, you know. But nowadays, when I go out running, it's a real struggle, you know. I don't enjoy it. Anyway, so I've discovered this app, and it's called From Couch to 5K. And I've seen Jay just posting about it, by the way. I've just started it, Jay, and seriously, I know I can do it, because the first day, I did it yesterday, it's just running for a minute, and then walking for 90 seconds, hardcore, like fast walk. So I fast walk 90 seconds, run 1 minute, and then the next time I do it, it'll be run for a minute and a half, and then, you know, and then by week 8 or week 9, you're running for half an hour. And I just know in my mind, I know I'm going to do it, because there's such a difference between doing something incrementally and also having it guided. You can play music on your phone, and then when the voiceover comes in to tell you to, you know, start running or slow down, it doesn't stop the music, it just turns the music down in the background. How cool's that? So I had like a nice house mix on, and I was, you know, out doing it yesterday, and yeah, alright, I was running for 1 minute and walking hard for 90 seconds for half an hour. It's not that big a deal. But I did it, and I started, and yeah, like, I know I can do it. I know that if it's done incrementally over 4 weeks or 5 weeks, it's not going to be so bad running 15 minutes when you've built it up, you know? So yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel like I can do it. I'm going to do it. And then when I get up to 5k, then I'm going to start doing park run when the lockdown shit's lifted and when things are safe again. I want to start doing park runs, because that's like when you're running out in the country. And that really interests me, because there's a competitive nature to it as well. You can compete. So I'll compete with myself, you know. Yeah, so woo! Feeling good. Big shouts to Kerry Jones, hello, tuned in from, I guess, somewhere near Nottingham. Big shouts to my Twitter crew, wow, so I've had some what's the word, engagement. I've got some Twitter engagement going on, woo! So yeah, big shouts to everyone tuned in. It's the Berman Sermon with me, Red Rackham, yeah. What vibe are you feeling today, folks? I'm on the afternoon flex. I'm feeling like some beats, some kind of, you know, not club music, kind of cool shit, you know? I think I'm going to play some Bjorn Torska next. I used to say Bjorn Torsk, yeah? And then I lived with Andreas Sarg from Sweden, and now I say Bjorn Torska, like he did. Bjorn Torska. I love it. I love Scandinavian accents, man. Amazing. Tom Trago. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, Ali Renault. Big shouts to Ali. Yes, sir. Okay, come on, folks. Chair dancing crew. Let's do it. Okay, so folks, haircut update. I'm going to ditch the skinhead. I've decided. I still have a little bit of hair on top. So my plan is, right, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do all that running shit. Slim down. Grow my hair a bit longer. And maybe even shave my beard off. I don't know. Because the thing with the skinhead and the beard, it just makes me look really old, you know? My mum was on at me about it, which was kind of dark, you know? She was like, yeah, why can't you look more like your brother? You know, you look so old with your grey beard and skin. And I was like, Mum, are you telling me what to do with my appearance? I'm 43, you know? Can you imagine being like to your mum? Yeah, Mum, I'm not feeling those shoes, you know? You need to wear a better brand of trainers, Mum. Skechers are whack, you know? Wouldn't go down well, would it? How come it's alright for your parents to tell you what to wear when you're 43? Hey? Tell me. Just want to dedicate today's show to my 3 viewers on Twitter. Yeah! That's cool. That's an improvement on 0. I love y'all. Make yourselves known somehow. You know, prizes. What I should do is I should offer prizes on the platforms that are like the least, you know. Facebook, you know, you don't get nothing because you're always there. But I think Twitter and YouTube, maybe I'll be like, look, if I get 10 viewers on YouTube, I'll send you all an album or something like that. That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? I now have 4 viewers on Twitter. It's working. It's working. So yeah, afternoon business. Let's have it. Super afternoon to you all. Work hard. Work at home hard. So what's everyone thinking about streaming, by the way? Seems like this is going to be the main way of communicating for a lot of artists. But it also feels like these big platforms are just cleaning up again. I'm interested to hear from you. What do you think the best way is for artists to present their material right now? Do you think that we should still be releasing music? Doing live streams? What's your feelings? I'm kind of holding back on releasing records, which is a shame really, but I don't know, it just feels like if no one's DJing in a club, it doesn't really feel like a good time to release club music. Am I wrong? Am I mad? Shouts to all the people who've got albums coming out right now. I mean, I'm glad I don't, but they're making the most of it. Must be mad though, seeing all those press articles in Mixmag and RA and that, and then knowing that your booker can't actually get any gigs for you, or maybe they can get a booking next February or something. Ouch. I know what to stick on next. I'm going to play something by Paluski. It's called Love Is Wet. Yeah, I love this. It's on a little 10-inch single, probably about 15 years old or something. But yeah, I love it. It's some proper barbershop shit. Check it out. Can't have fluff on the needle, can you? Do you love my professional presenting? I'm right into this though, you know? One deck, sitting at home, getting fatter. I'm not into that bit.
And it makes the seesaw. You know love makes the world go around. You know love, baby, makes you know love. Baby, seesaws go. You know love, Sherry, Bobby, Mark, and baby, you and I. You know love. Baby, makes us go. You know love. You know love. Sweet love. Love is so. You know love. Sherry, sweet Bobby, Mark. You know love.
Oh yeah, our vacuum cleaner broke. It's a really good one as well. We got it in Berlin a few years ago. It's an AEG Ultraflex, which is sold in the UK as Electrolux, but it's the same model. So it's the on and off switch. It doesn't seem to work. It's always been a bit dodgy, probably because I kicked it so many times. But yeah, so I've bought a new part. I bought a new part online. It was £100 to get it repaired for a fixed price. So yeah, £100 fixed price for an engineer to fix it. Or I bought the part online for £9. So it was like £11 including postage. And I'm going to attempt to fit it myself. It's a circuit board thing, so I'm pretty sure it just clicks out. You know, it seems to have like a kind of, connector bit on it. I'm a bit nervous, because obviously if I fuck up taking it apart, we have to buy a new Hoover, and that's going to be like, £150 or something, so wish me luck, folks. My wife, Mai, was like, she always has this sort of secretly proud look when I say I'm going to repair something, which I like. I mean, she's got confidence in me, but, it's always that like, oh, you're being a man, I'm like, what? Why can't she repair the vacuum cleaner? Why is it on me, Like, I'm joking, folks, of course. Huge shouts to Dave Jarvis, hello sir, and shouts to Pete Heskett. Okay, Pete says, definitely think artists should be still releasing, but I'm one of those weirdos who buys and listens to club music even when not going to clubs. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. And the other thing is, are there clubs that really serve us these days? I mean, I've struggled to find stuff that I'm into, really, to be honest. Definitely missing those 9-10 a.m. sets in Berlin where you could, just play the mad shit. But let's see what happens when this is all over. I mean, I think it's going to go back a little bit more local. Looks like all the airline companies are not going to exist anyway, so how's anyone going to fly, And yeah, big shouts to Cedric Paluski. I had a chat with him recently. He's doing soundtrack work, of course. I mean, with these kind of skills, you would be, wouldn't you? Tell you what, though, writing stuff for soundtracks and sync work, it's not that easy. I've been trying to write some Moombaton music, if you've heard of that. 115 BPM, I think it is. It's basically just a soca beat thing. Bit like something on Mad Decent, but, like 115 BPM. But I have to say, I do struggle writing music that I don't actually like. It's kind of, it's tough,
animals and birds, people.
So yeah, afternoon vibes, hello.
Children eat from paper plate.
Great to have you all tuned in. Yeah, it's the Berman Sermon. Woo!
I'm no hero. My guys are laser.
Good music, stupid chat. You get to see inside my never-changing record room. I've just noticed that the cover behind me has fallen down to reveal the CDJ flight case. I better go and sort that out, hadn't I? Bonsoir, Andrew. Hello. Yeah, Andrew Clark tuned in from Singers, aka Singapore. Yeah, I got the mic stand. I got my Tascam bad boy radio mic stand, which I was moaning on about for weeks. I love it. I absolutely love it. Kind of psychological, but just having some nice equipment. I really am into it. I just want to buy more and more stuff. I'm thinking of getting a green screen so I can have some mad shit behind me. That'll be quite funny, won't it? Yes, Pete Heskett says big issue is how can artists stay remunerated. I thought it was remunerated, but maybe I'm wrong. Most streaming of dance music has been free so far. Yeah, exactly. Well, I tell you, this is a direct result of the money being taken away from artists selling music, because you're supposed to just perform all the time. That's where all the money is, in inverted commas. That's bullshit. The money's been taken away by the streaming companies and all these different platforms that pop up. So essentially, the money that used to go to artists is now being taken away by corporate forces. So you see how the business model completely falls apart when there's a pandemic and no one can perform. But I suppose it's the same for a lot of businesses, really. So how can anybody make money right now, you know? But yeah, back to normal. Pete's saying, but that's assuming that the clubs will reopen and go back to normal. But what is normal? Normal is basically, 10 new DJs that are exciting every year being like somehow the focus of dance music, and everybody else that was kind of, 2 or 3 years before or even 10 years before is just not, exciting or relevant anymore. I don't think that's... Why should we only have a life expectancy of like 5 years to be an artist? Why? We've created a public that basically have no loyalty and have the attention span of a newt. So yeah, I don't want to be part of that. I want to be part of a scene where people are loyal and people, respecting the art, respecting the work that you put into making the music. I mean, there's a huge difference between, back knocked up, I'm not going to name names, but taking something that was made in like the 90s and then putting a 909 drum beat over it and pretending that it's your track. There's a huge difference between that and someone like Mike Huckabee, for example, who passed R.I.P. Mike, Yeah, exactly. Jay's saying the money changers are now moving into the streaming sphere. Yeah, exactly. So they're like, oh, I mean, I'm getting hit up all the time by people going, hey, can you DJ for me for free on my brand platform? Or can you teach me how to do all the stuff that you've spent a month and a half, well, more, 2 months learning how to do? And like, hey, can I Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's just going to become the same. It's going to just be the same as before, really, isn't it? It's just going to be these big corporate forces, and like watch the hype DJ stream, and there'll be like 7,000 people watching. So we need a new scene. We need a new scene which is music related rather than fame related, and I'm going to spearhead it. I'm going to show that you can be really unsuccessful but still do good music. Slightly tongue-in-cheek. I'm quite happy to fly around the world when things get back to normal. Well, not really actually. It gets on your tits after a while, all the travelling. Yeah, huge shouts to everyone tuning in, and remember, you can ask me questions as long as they're not weird or stalkery or abusive. Feel free to ask me if you want to know something about some music that I made, or if you want to know where I am. I'm not going to tell you my address, but feel free to interact with me. I'm here. I'm here for you. Oh yeah, folks, by the way, I've just seen on Twitter, it's been announced that Terrence Dixon and Jordan GCZ, aka Jordan from Juju and Jordash, their album has just been announced. It's called Outnumbered. I'm not sure what label's it on, but the post is from Rush Hour, so that might... Let me see if it's on Rush Hour, the label. Yeah, it's on Rush Hour. Brilliant, yeah. So... the Terrence Dixon and Jordan GCZ album is coming soon on Rush Hour, I think. Oh no, it's a 12. Sorry, I'm talking shit. It's called Outnumbered and 2MA. But that's exciting. You might remember that I interviewed Jordan on this show about 3 weeks ago or something like that. So yeah, huge shouts to Jordan, man. That's awesome. I'm a huge fan of Jordan and Terrence Dixon. So that's dope, isn't it? And the weather, man, it's kind of weird. It's like blowing a gale but also sunny. was 4 degrees when I woke up this morning. I was like boxer shorts and t-shirt as usual, just, you know, doing my shit in the morning, and like, wow, it was so cold. It was like, yeah, proper cold. What's up with this cold weather? So yes, some Bjorn Torska. Oh yeah. I'm a huge fan of Bjorn Torska. Really good. It gives me a chance to rock out my amazing accent as well. Bjorn Torska. This is proper mad. Right, I tell you, on this tune, right, it's got this kind of like mad kind of out of tune guitar shit being played really quietly in the background. Not at the beginning, but about halfway through. It's pretty wild. Yeah, about now. I don't know if you can hear it, but I've listened to this so many times and been like, am I playing something else at the same time? But it's just this kind of channel of ambient kind of in the background. Mental. I looked at photos of Bjorn Torska, by the way, and I had an album by him, and there was photos of him, and he was dressed like a druid. He's wearing like kind of Hessian sackcloth robes. Wow. I bet he snisses. Nacro Gorola's asking if there's a poster hanging sideways above the decks. No, there's no posters hanging sideways. They're not very well lined up though, unfortunately. I messed up the gap between them. tried to use a spirit level to get the levels right, but unfortunately my house isn't actually level. So when I put them level on the wall, they weren't level. Zero viewers on Twitter. Woo! 0 viewers on YouTube as well. So I'm going to have to get my YouTube channel going somehow. How do I do that? This is the problem if you stream on multiple platforms. That means you have to promote on multiple platforms. Kind of seems a bit pointless really, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, so I feel like a slight change in tempo is needed. Give me a sec. Doesn't really feel like much of a change, does it? Okay, I'm going to pick out some slightly more up-tempo stuff. And yeah, big shouts to Andrew, tuned in from Singapore. We need to have a chat, mate. It was so good recently talking. I worked with Andrew in Liverpool in 1998. Can you believe it? He was the gallery op, or a gallery op. There was also Lindsay Waite, and yeah, and I was in Edit Suite number 1, wasn't I? There was me, Norman Robertson, and Davey J. Was it Davey J? Was the chief editor guy? Yeah, I was in Edit Suite 1. But yeah, I'll tell you a funny story about Davey J, right? This is well funny. He had a Renault Laguna. Davey J was kind of like a big, kind of quite hard-looking kind of Liverpool guy. He had glasses on, but I wouldn't mess with him. Do you know what I mean? He was a big guy, yeah? He was my boss. He was all right, but, you know, he'd kick off sometimes. But yeah, basically, he had this Renault Laguna. Bear in mind, this is 1998. And you could adjust the volume of the stereo on the steering wheel, right? So you had the little thumb thing for, you know, up and down. And he told Pete, one of the cameramen, they were driving somewhere, and he was like, yeah, Pete, I've got a voice-activated volume on my car stereo. And Pete was like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, watch. And he's like, volume up, volume down. And Pete, the cameraman, believed him. That's amazing, isn't it? I love that. Liverpool was great, man. You get in a taxi on the train station, and the taxi driver would be like, you know, after you finished, you know, going back to your house, you'd sit and talk to the taxi driver for like 10 minutes because they were like, oh, you know, happy to have a chat, you know, always joking. Fun. Big shouts to Emily and Ella, tuned in from Nottingham. Hello! Give Ella a big hug from me, Emily. Oh, how sweet. Ella is drawing a DJ horse for me. That's nice. Okay, so Pete Heskett has asked, for those of us who love a nerd out, have you bought any new synths production gear in lockdown? No, I haven't. I've got lots of samples though. I managed to get hold of a lot of samples online, you know, free samples and stuff like that. And yeah, I've been mainly buying kind of streaming equipment, to be honest with you. I've been really focusing on that. I've been writing a lot of music, like I've been writing every day, but I haven't really felt so motivated to finish things off or release them, which is a bit of a problem. I can see that because I'm writing every day, which means obviously I want to do music, but I've sort of disengaged a little bit from the releasing, which is a problem. So I'm going to get on top of it. I said today on Twitter I want to do a new Red Rackham album, and I'm going to do a new techno alias, I think Direct Experience Network. So I think I'm just going to do 2 albums, because it sort of feels easier to do an album in some ways than to do a single. Not so motivated by doing singles right now for some reason. Paul Mills is saying, back on your old time slot. Not exactly. I'm jumped on today for, you know, yeah, I'm doing it today on but I'd quite like to do more evening stuff, to be honest. Feels like day's better for everybody, but it means I can't work, so kind of like be nice if I could monetize it somehow, you know, even £2 or something, you know, like I would happily do it in the afternoon if I could just afford it, you know what I mean? If I get paid for doing it, that'd be great. I think in the age of free content, people just kind of don't really want to pay anymore, do they? So much music, so little time. Shouts to DJ Asterix. He's just sent me a message saying the physical properties of your new microphone are fascinating. It bears an uncanny resemblance to a satellite. Keep smoking whatever you're smoking, mate. And everyone send some big love to Ella, who must be my youngest listener. She's tuned in from Nottingham with her mother Emily, and I think Ella's about 4, maybe, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Emily. Everyone say a big yeah to Ella. Okay, yeah, so DJ Asterix has just said, this is brilliant. Oh dear, just spent the last half an hour listening to some very chilled country/folk, thinking, so Danny's going off on a different genre today, only to find out I had another browser open and it wasn't you at all. I'm an idiot. It happens to the best of us, you know? Yeah. I recorded a DJ mix yesterday, and because my computer's set up to basically have sound going out and then back in again for streaming, So essentially, like, you know, I can play something off my computer, it goes out into the mixer and then back in for, you know, putting out on OBS. So I did a whole DJ mix yesterday with both channels up on my studio mixer. So it was flanged. So the whole DJ mix was flanged because it was basically recording it twice. So, you know, that is some proper technical business there. Oh, yeah, so Ella's coming up to 5. Oh, wow, so old. And they're going to send me the DJ horse pick. I can't wait. Yeah, so it's the Berman Sermon with me, Red Rackham, yeah. So I've got to do that, haven't I, every day. Someone's doing a lot of drilling outside my house or sawing, and it's happened quite a lot recently. And I reckon it's somebody who has a kind of workshop business, some kind of woodwork business or something. And I think that they're working from home. But it's pure like all the time, which is a little bit, gets on my nerves a little bit. I'm being really careful with my language because I know that we have a 4-year-old listening. Okay, so I'm going to stick some more music on now.
Be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lights of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised.
So yeah,
there will be no
who knows this one?
O'clock news and no pictures of Harry women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose.
R.I.P. Gil Scott-Heron,
The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb,
whose father was a Celtic goalkeeper, believe it or not.
Campbell, Tom Jones,
Pretty crazy, eh?
Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth.
I think Gil Scott-Heron might have even been born in Scotland.
The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight germs that make
Okay, so bizarrely, James Holroyd is tuned in. He says, hello, my favourite pirate. James, I played Lay by you earlier, by Begin, Lay, early on in the show. You must have heard me talk about you. I was bigging you up, man, and then now you're tuned in. How lovely. Okay, I'm going to pump it up now. Hello, Marcus. How you doing, sir? Oh, everyone's here now. Just need Ali here. I reckon Ali's tuned in. He's just working. So yeah, big shouts to all the Berman Sermon Originals crew and all the new people tuned in as well on all the multiple platforms. It's great to present some music for you, some chat. Yeah, so this is amazing. This is a remix by Ben Mono. And it's on the Future Sounds of Jazz Compost 12, not 10, I think. Yeah, volume 10. This is a proper good tune. That's what I'm talking about. I've never met Ben Mono, but I think he lives in Berlin. I'm friends with a guy called Lars Moston, and Lars works with Ben Mono, I believe. Yeah, it's a good tempo, this, isn't it? I think it's like 110, maybe. It's got a festival vibe, this, for me. It's got a sort of 90s... It's a dope tune. Shouts to Matt Rudd. Shouts to Luke Richardson. Shouts to the Minister. Shouts to James Holroyd. House music royalty tuned in, no less. Although I suppose it's Balearic music royalty now. I need to check your new single, by the way, James. And we need to chat, man. Let's have a chat sometime, James, yeah? Be great to catch up with you. Okay, so I've got another anthem coming up for you guys. Very topical, lyrical content as well. Who knows this one? And yet,
move your body, now stop, move your mind.
Listen to lyrics, folks.
There is more than Jews out there that shine, I mean hold it down. Stop acting a clown, cause the things you do are causing us to frown. Big inflated heads, boasting about what does not exist. If I was to believe everything you said, I'd end up believing the grass is red. Get excited, folks is acting criminal. Your actions are something should be indicted, value minimal. Hold it down, 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 hold it down. What you need to do is stop. Bang goes pop. Blowing up is your concern while we just drop. For all to see. Opinions is all for we. But please don't try to force it.
Can I just put this out there, folks?
Now also,
when this is all finished, yeah?
not thankful for what they've got.
Can we do a party or something, please?
People have to rise.
I want to play this kind of I want to do a set like good
They're clocking,
to like people, you know?
You're late. Ooh, hold it down, 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 hold it down. You hold it down, got to hold it down, hold it
I've just found something by Carl Craig remix that I really like. It's great, you know, just like looking in the racks, you know. But yeah, it's from this Francois de Roubaix. It's like one of these remix. You know, this happened a lot in the early 2000s. They would have some kind of like, you know, live music person, some jazz person, or, you know, African music person, and they'd get a load of contemporary dance people to do remixes. And, you know, they can't do that anymore, can they? Because there isn't any of the current hot names that could do a good job, you know. But yeah, like, so this is basically got Luke Vibert, Gonzalez and Taylor Savvy, Twitch, and Carl Craig remixing. And yeah, the Carl Craig remix on this is proper good, if I remember rightly. Right, check this out. I'm going to stick it on. This is like proper sort of back in the annals of time, you know. So I think I remember what this went like. I think it's kind of yeah. It goes do 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 do. Yeah, wait, check this out. This is a good one. I remember now. Yeah. This is a proper burner. Yeah, this is a bit like that Ben Mono tune, you know. It's a bit slower. Yeah. This is big. Check this. So anyone who's dissing Carl Craig, right? Listen to this and shut up. Marcus is saying, would you say the early 2000s were the golden age? Definitely a golden age for jazzy music, I would say. I think the influence of jazzy music in dance music was really, really high then. You know, you had Blue Note doing like those compilations with Bugs in the Attic and Masters at Work and all that remixing. Yeah, I would say it was, yeah, I mean, most of the good records I've got are from sort of 1999 to 2006, something like that. It was definitely a fertile period. You had hip hop, you know, you had like Madlib and Jay Dilla and Gennaro Jarrell. You had all these crossovers, you know, like Ty, rest in peace, who passed recently, unfortunately. Ty's Upwards album came. It was loads of people in different genres of music were all being influenced by jazzy soulfulness, and like you had clubs like the Electric Chair. You know, it was it was a great time. I'm gonna get a track by Ty actually, because I should play something to commemorate him passing. Thank you, Jay. Jay likes my t-shirt. It's a skateboard brand, isn't it? But I can't remember the name of the brand. Polar, that's it. It's a Polar t-shirt. But it's dedicated to Rasputin, the Mad Monk of Russia. Yes, this is Carl Craig remixing Francois Dubé. I'll show you the record in a sec. Even the design on the record, you know what I mean? Like the kind of recycled card paper, the sticker on it, you know. You can tell it's going to be good from the way they've designed the record. yeah, you know, this was the sound, you know, this kind of vibe. It wasn't the only sound. Of course, there was lots of other things going on. I think drum and bass was at a kind of all-time low at around this time. It's interesting, isn't it, how it seems like the genres all have turns of being kind of strong, you know, because drum and bass was really strong between about 94 and 97, something like that. And I wasn't really interested in house music much apart from the French stuff around that time. Okay, so yes, those of you who you may know that Ty, the UK rapper, unfortunately passed away last week. Rest in peace, Ty. He passed from complications from having COVID. So I'm going to stick on one of his tracks now and pay tribute to him. And he was a really important rapper. Probably, you know, I would, you know, arguably a lot of people say the best MC from the UK, or definitely up there in the top 5 or something. Who cares about numbers? But Ty basically fused broken beat vibes with, and soul, kind of neo soul vibes with hip hop in a really, really, you know, accessible kind of way. You know, it was very melodic, very, you know, the sort of thing that your parents could appreciate, you know what I mean? So yeah, like he made 5 albums, I think, and he had a really, really big hit with this Upwards album. So I'm going to play the track off it called Wait a Minute, which was, I think, the first single or something. So rest in peace, Ty. And so many people I know from London, so many friends saying, you know, that they were, you know, personally affected by him passing. The London scene is quite small, and, you know, he was connected to the broken beat scene as well as the hip hop scene. So also friends from Nottingham, like Joe Buddha, my friend Dougie, he was posting stuff today. You know, lots of people basically have worked with Ty, and, you know, really feeling sad that he's gone. So I'm going to stick a tune on from Ty.
Doesn't take two. Some problems. Wait a minute, let's think this through. Got some issues we need to deal with. Fall in line, yo, that's not cool. Wait a minute, we got some problems. Wait a minute, let's sort this out. Got some issues we need to deal with. Wait a minute, we're falling out. Read the wrong signals, chilled when I should have run. I wish I talked a lot less, must have killed the fun. Black dots on A4, trying to make a mark wrapped up in the bullshit. Losing my spot for you, I ain't saying that I'm not to blame, but you act like it doesn't take 2 to tango. If you don't speak up, then how can a man know? Wrongs and rights make left and right turns down an alley that just might burn. That's a lesson I just might learn without the lonely heartband. Please don't let me start and take your door keys. Stop messing with my heart and pulling my leg. Once we was cool, just chilling in bed. Now you're always upset, shaking your head, yelling like a banshee, waking the dead. Come on, babe. Wait a minute, we got some problems. Wait a minute, let's think this through. Got some issues we need to deal with. Falling down, yo, that's not cool. Wait a minute, we got some problems.
Rest in peace, Ty.
Got some issues we need to deal with. Wait a minute, we're falling out. I made music when I met you, but now it's a problem. Quality time's the issue that I'm so well aware of. Where do we go from here, love? Answer the call. Got me stressed out, big time, staring at walls. Friends phone and I'm like, yeah, everything's lovely. But they hear it in my voice telling me not to worry. Go abroad, go away, do something, just move. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but I'm not in the mood. Yeah, we argued before, but this don't feel good. Said something that's really been misunderstood. In the heat of the moment, hot words become concrete. Barriers between me and you being cool. Nearly had a baby, but it wasn't to be. Clearly, you see a future and it isn't with me. What was once a comfortable catastrophe is no longer a friendship. Does it have to be this? Wait a minute, we got some problems. Wait a minute, let's think this through. Got some issues we need to deal with. Falling down, yo, that's not cool. Wait a minute, we got some problems. Wait a minute, let's sort this out. Got some issues we need to deal with. Wait a minute, we're falling out. Wait a minute. 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 Wait a minute.
So yeah, sending out big love to Ty and his family and his friends. And yeah, big love to everyone who we've lost recently from COVID. Such a shame, you know. Ty was 47, 48. So yeah, I mean, that's, you know, 4 years older than me. So it's pretty crazy to think, isn't it? So yeah, be careful, everyone. Please be safe. You might be tempted to go out and mingle and kind of, you know, not worry about getting coronavirus, but they reckon in the UK now that around 50,000 people, because obviously the 30,000 figure that they're saying is underreported, you know, so people are dying. So please be careful, everybody, okay? Please. Okay, so that Carl Craig remix record also has this on it, which is Gonzalez. This is pretty mad, but I'm right into it. You need this record in your life. Oh yeah. So this sounds like some kind of Eastern European balalaika hip-hop. I'm right into it. Definitely untapped. I'm sure there is a good scene out there. Imagine kind of traditional Eastern European music mixed with hip-hop. It's got to be happening. I remember when I was DJing in Sarajevo and I was introduced to Bosnian ethno trance. Wasn't really my vibe. But yeah, we were driving from Salzburg to Sarajevo, which is a long drive, and the driver of the minibus we were all in, if we were misbehaving, we did misbehave quite a lot, he would put on this Bosnian ethno trance to sort of, you know, pacify us. So we'd be like, no, please, we'll be good, we'll behave, you know. And this is all one track. Yeah. And yeah, shouts to Gavin Sutherland, aka Fudge Fingers, Other Lands, works at Underground Solution record store in Edinburgh. Always see him when I go up to Edinburgh. Check this out, Firecracker. He likes the distorted roads, doesn't he? So yeah, big shouts to everyone who's tuned in. It's the Berman Sermon. Good to be back. Took a little break. Doing the shows daily kind of killed me, you know. But then stopping doing it also kind of was like, I missed it, you know. It's great listening to music. What a great job. So I've had a question on Twitch from Jay Ariagada. He says, Daniel, you're a full-time DJ producer, yeah? How do you survive now during these times? When do you think you'll be able to tour again? I don't think I'll be touring this year, to be honest. And how do I survive? By being patient, really, you know? By doing these radio shows, by just being healthy. It's, you know, it's not all bad. The dance music bubble can be quite negative and, you know, self-destructive, and it's not always fun. So I've quite enjoyed the whole thing kind of disappearing in some ways. But yeah, obviously DJing was my main form of income, so I've got some things going on. Don't you worry.
sweet as houses. Nice. Perfect. Yeah. Go on. That's right. Yeah. Perfect. Special. You can turn that down if you want. Yeah. Go on. Go on. Yeah. That's nice. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Go on. Make it happen. Go on. Oh, go on. That's right. That's perfect.
Little did I know, when I was listening to this,
Perfect.
I'd end up living in Bristol. Ah! Alright, my lover.
Perfect.
Can't read or write, but I can drive a tractor.
Down if you want.
Or,
Yeah, go on.
or Gert Lush like. Is it, innit?
Yeah, that's nice. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Make it happen. Go on. Oh, go on. That's right. That's perfect. Yeah, that's going out, that is. That's bacon roast. Oh yeah, I've never heard anything like that. It's fucking amazing. Amazing. I've never seen it. No. Yeah, sweet as houses. Nice. Perfect. Yeah. Go on. That's right.
Nice, perfect.
Perfect. Special. You can turn that down.
I love it.
Yeah, go on. Go on. Yeah, that's nice. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Make it happen. Go on. Oh, go on. That's right. That's perfect.
So who else is going to mix a sort of weirdo Bristolian council estate accent with some pretty nifty music? Make it. Or that's nice. Or right there. Or okay, yeah. I tell you what I like is the way, you know, when you don't have a plan and you just like look at the record shelf and then you just see a record and immediately your hard drive goes clink and you're like, that track with Derek Carter singing on it by Salt City Orchestra, which is called Got Change for a 20. Lovely tune. Good thing about doing a daytime show is you can play a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally play in a club. I missed that, I was a bar DJ for sort of 10, 15 years or whatever, or 10 years probably, from around 2000 to, 2000 and fairly late. I'm trying to think when I stopped being a bar DJ. I suppose I stopped being a bar DJ when I moved to Berlin in 2011. So I miss getting to play all that kind of music. So yeah, check this out. Gonna try and find this Derek Carter. Why do I keep saying Derek May? That's terrible. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. So yeah, this has got Derek Carter singing on it, which is pretty nice actually. Yeah, big shouts to everyone tuned in, by the way. Shouts to Rustam. Hello, sir. Hope you're well. Please send my love to Vera and Mansour.
Got change for a 20.
Really nice memories of walking across the bridge. I think it's Brooklyn Bridge, wasn't it? With Rustam and his son Mansour when I was in New York.
I know when it's time to leave. I've never needed to be told. I'm leaving the city with bad memories before I get too old. Still see the faces and those whose love I'll miss. But knowing I've brought all the crazy places, I'll never find another like this. Never.
Jay Arriaga. Arriagada. He's like, show me the vinyl sleeve. You're one of those ID guys, aren't you? Give me a sec. I got sent this for free, believe it or not. I used to be a journalist. I was a music journalist, so I reviewed records and local club events. So I was getting dance music from Newphonic, and from a really good PR company called Future Tracks. Future like PH, as in Future Acid Tracks. And they used to send me some amazing stuff. Shouts to Nikki Tracks, by the way, who sent me all this amazing music when I was like 27 or something.
I just wait until tomorrow. I know it's time to leave. I've never needed to be told. Leaving a city with bad memories. Before I get too old.
Salt City Orchestra, folks. Everyone knows them from the Marshall Jefferson Mushroom track, but they also did some other good stuff as well. Shouts to Miles Holloway and Elliot Eastwick. I always get that wrong. And Cy Brad. I think Cy Brad was the engineer. Okay, folks, so this is the last one from me. Big shouts to everyone who's tuned in today. It's been awesome. Multi-streaming on several platforms. Shouts to all the Facebook people, the Twitter people, the Twitch people, my originals on Twitch, and to the nobody viewing on YouTube. I need to get my YouTube going somehow. But yeah, remember everyone, if you're on Facebook, if you subscribe and follow me, you're supporting me, you're helping it build up. So I totally understand if you want to just watch on Facebook. But yeah, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe and it doesn't cost you anything. So you have one free subscription if you have your Amazon Prime account connected to your Twitch account. So yeah, support the Rackham. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I am basically, I'm going to do this as regularly as I can. I really enjoy it. But yeah, it's also nice to see things build up. So I really appreciate all the regular listeners. Thank you so much. Awesome. Take care, folks. Have a great day. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play one more. I'm going to play one more because I'm feeling good. I'm going to play another track off this amazing compilation. It's by Julian Jabra and it's called Yalopa. An amazing tune. And I need to check out more Julian Jabra. Right? Check this tune out. It's proper, lovely, uplifting house music, which is just what we need for the end of the show. Yeah, this is an amazing tune. Proper good. I need to check out more Julian Jabra, definitely. One more. Gotta play one more, haven't you? Oh, Jay's saying I had the new record posted on YouTube today. Okay. Hey, sorry, Fen. Yeah, it's my last tune, mate, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm doing like 2 till 4. I can't keep going on longer. I've got to try and do some other stuff. Duty's call. Shouts to Marcus. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Always a pleasure. Okay, so Jay says I've had a new record posted on YouTube today. I wonder what the comments will be like. They haven't been so kind recently, the YouTube comments for my music. No worries, Jet. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll be back probably tomorrow. I might do evening tomorrow. Let's see how I feel. Maybe I'll do day. But yeah, I'm going to check it out. Thanks, Jay. You're more on it than I am. Jay Ariagada. Man, your surname's so hard for me to pronounce. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow for new IDs. Why don't you do some IDs on my Bandcamp? That'd be amazing. You know, there's lots of great stuff for you to ID on my Bandcamp. Sorry, Jay. Okay. Ariagada. How about that? Jay Ariagada. Is that better? Worse? Are you tuned in from Chile? Or Chile, sorry. You know what? I'm going to play one more. Because the music's just making me so happy. I don't want the music to stop. Extra time business. So you're in Malta. Do you know Owen J then from Batty Batty? He's a good DJ. I think he's based in Malta. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go. I went to Macedonia a couple of years ago for the first time. That was awesome. I know it's not that close to Malta, but you know, Macedonia and Malta kind of reminds me of each other a little bit. No, George, I'm going to play one more. I can tell you my PayPal details if you want me to do another half an hour. Oh, great. So you know Owen, yeah. Well, I would have thought so with your music taste. I guess it's probably quite a small scene in Malta. Awesome. Say hello from me, please. George, if you want to make the music for me and do all the business stuff that I've got to do after I do my show, be my guest. Unfortunately, real life beckons for me, mate. Can't just play music for free on the internet forever. I'm happy to DJ all day if people want to pay me. Actually, it's stretching the term to call it DJing, really, isn't it? I'm playing one record to you every time, but yeah, I like that vibe. I think people mix in. It's kind of boring, isn't it? Like watching someone fade in on the headphones. Yeah. Okay, so the last track, folks, is going to be the Landslide remix of Come Dancing by London Electricity. Check it out. Oh yeah, with a little bit of London flavour. Yes man, one time, here we go. I'm quite tempted to start MCing. Did I tell you to be a drum bass MC? Not really. I was a drum bass producer, right? Which meant that I had a DJ. So I used to have MCs coming up to me in raves and be like, yo bro, I've got a bag of rhymes. And they'd MC in your ear in the middle of a rave. I'm not joking. It's always fun. So yeah, last one from me, folks. Big shouts to everyone who's tuned in today. It's been awesome. Great to see the numbers go up and also some new followers on Twitch. Thank you. So yeah, please, if you're tuned in from Facebook, if you follow me on Twitch, you get a notification whenever I go live. And if you want to subscribe, you're supporting me directly, which would be really appreciated. Am I going to have to rock out the PayPal me link? You know, it's funny, isn't it? Artists are constantly expected to provide content for free, aren't they? Be that as a painter or, you know, someone in the theatre, an actor. But yeah, I would love to do more shows and talk more, play more records, entertain you. It's my pleasure, really. So hope you all have an amazing day, wherever you are.